Hello, 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 and welcome back to your own channel, Linguistic Melange, and I'm your teacher, Kishwar Nazli. Uh, and you know that we have discussed uh, differences between CV and resume, and the crux of those that video was that they are changed interchangeably and the context based. So today I would move with resume. Uh, Resume is frequently used and prevalent. So resume is basically a resume tells your story, and like each story there are some plots. So resume has three plots, like where you have been, where you are now, and where you want to be. So these are the things which should be summarized in resume according to the position, according to the experiences, according to the achievements, with whatever you have with you in your plate. So I would begin with some fallacies, and I would tell you that what are the facts against of those fallacies. So number one fallacy for the resume is that resume, the purpose of resume is to list all your skills and abilities. No, this is not a fact. The fact is that the purpose of resume is to kindle employers' interest in such a way that you would be called for an interview. Okay. The second fallacy is a good resume will get you the job you want. No, it is just an opening. It can just open the door for the interview, but it is not a guarantee that you will get a job which you want. The third resume is that your resume. The third fallacy is that your resume will always be read thoroughly. No, not in all the cases. So especially in the unsolicited situation, you have to address your resume so expertly, so that your resume makes a positive impression within a few seconds. Only then will someone read in detail, because people have a lot of resumes and receive a lot of resumes and CVs on daily basis. So it is not possible for them to read each resume carefully. So you have to grab the attention, you have to hook the reader in such a way that your resume would be read. So moreover, it will likely be screened by a computer looking for keywords first, and it does not contain the right keyword. A human being may never see it. So, for instance, if you are applying for a teacher and your keywords are uh, good manager, assessing abilities, pedagogical skills, so that would grab their attention. But if you are applying for a manager position and you are writing that pedagogical skills and empathetic attitude, so that might not grab the attention of the reader. And the fourth fallacy is the more good information you present about yourself in your resume, the better. So stuff your resume with every positive detail. I would say here one thing, that in business communication, especially, honesty is not the best policy, honesty is the only policy. So you have to be very honest. Okay? Recruiters don't need that much information about you at the initial screening stage, and they probably won't read it. So you have to precise. Only relevant information should be given, not the all the information and all the positive attributes. And after that, there are three types of resumes: chronological, functional, and combination. So in chronological, as the name indicates, and it is a very self-explanatory uh, term, that chronological means that you have to enlist your achievements and expertise and experiences in the reverse order. The thing which you have achieved latest, you have to mention it first. For instance, if I have done MS in the last, so I would mention MS on the top in my resume. Uh, Functional resume talks in detail about your skills, and it is not dependent on chronology. You might not write the correct year, but you have to fill your resume with the skills you have, and with the skills which is beneficial for the organization. One thing children or students do make a mistake, that when they write objective, they prioritize uh, their their findings. For instance, they say that I want to apply for this job to enhance my teaching skills, my management skills. So what is the benefit for the organization? Why would they hire you? So while writing objectives, whether in writing resume or in CV or in cover letter, you have to elevate the organizational interest, like what do they get with the abilities you possess, with the abilities you have. Otherwise, if you are saying that I am applying here for honing my skills, so it is your advantage. So be careful in writing such type of objectives, that please prioritize organizational organization's interest, that what do they get from your qualification and from your experiences. So that is also a mistake which we commit. And I would say that types are not important nowadays. Nowadays it is important to uh, enlist your achievements and skill according to the position, according to the title which you are applying for. And as I told you that CV, like unlike CVs, resumes are not static. They have they are they alter with the position. For instance, if you are applying for CEO, your position would be different from the position of finance director. So you have to embellish with your resume with the skills which is required for CEO, not finance director. So you have to change your resume for each and every position, and change wisely. Sometimes it happens that students even do not change the name of the organization and they write. And as I told you, that there are two types, that situations: solicited and unsolicited. Solicited, in which you are asked to give your resume, and unsolicited, when you just put your resume without knowing that is there any opening or not. So for solicited, you know the names, but unsolicited, you have to be very careful in the beginning, that you want to work for the organization, and you have to start with the praises and recommendations for that organization. So in the next video, I would tell you that how should you write your resume. So you have to just takeaways. We would discuss that resumes are the summaries, and this is like a story in which you have to mention three components: that where have you been, where are you now, and where you want to be. And I would not focus or emphasize the types of resumes, because I think that they are archaic now. Everything is changed, everything is changing rapidly, and nowadays you know that there are so many other things which are being incorporated, like video profile, white paper, and your, if you are on social media, to your likings or your followers. So now things are being changed. We have to change ourselves accordingly. So the most important thing is that focus on the context and demand. So in the next video we will share about how to write resume. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Keep watching.